Hello everyone. Welcome to Sweetie Speaks official YouTube channel. I'm Sweetie Pinjani. This is System Verilog assertion series, and today we are going to see step by step process how you can build the concurrent assertion. First, we will see what are the building blocks of concurrent assertion. Then we will see a coding example where I'll explain you each and every step and what are the things that you need to take care of in each and every step. This will clarify your doubts on how are you going to create a concurrent assertion from scratch, what are the basic building blocks, what things are there in each block, and what things you should be careful about. Let's get started. Let us talk about what are the building blocks of your concurrent assertion. One thing about concurrent assertion is they evaluate in the temporal domain. It means they do have a relationship with time. Now, how are we going to build the concurrent assertion? The first basic building block of any concurrent assertion is going to be a Boolean expression. And this Boolean expression will consist of the signals and operators. For example, say I want to check at a certain condition A and B both should be high. So my Boolean expression will become A and B, where A and B are signals and is the operator. This will be the Boolean expression. The next building block is sequence. This sequence consists of your Boolean expression. Sequence can consist of multiple Boolean expression and it can also consist of some signals and operators. This is the second building block of your concurrent assertion. We are going to see a coding example. For now, just grasp what are the basic building blocks. The third building block of your concurrent assertion is going to be a property. This property can consist of multiple sequences. And then there are certain operators which we use in the concurrent assertion. For example, implication operator. We are going to see that implication operator in detail, what it is, how it evaluates. For now, just remember that property can consist of multiple sequences and it will consist of operators in assertion like the implication operator. Then you have the assert. We had seen the type of assertion statements. It can be assume, assert, cover. That is the final building block. These are the four main building blocks of your concurrent assertion. First, you will build a Boolean expression. Then, using that, you will build a sequence. Using your sequences, you will build property. And using your property, you will create an assertion. Now, I will show you a coding example where we will understand each and every step in detail. First, let me tell you what is my aim. The aim of my assertion is that there is a signal transaction start. When this transaction start occurs, I want to I want to see that request happens, and within say 5 cycles, after 5 cycles, I want to see my grant. Request comes, and after 5 cycles, I want to see my grant. Exactly after 5 cycles. This is my requirement. That request will come, and exactly after 5 cycles, I'll get the grant. Now, here, let us understand the first thing. First is the Boolean expression. Here, if you see request and then 5 grant, it means the request will come, and after 5, a delay of 5, you will see a grant. This is the first building block, which is my Boolean expression. I have kept this Boolean expression inside a sequence. The sequence I am naming as grant check. When I call this grant check, it will evaluate to this request, and after 5, a delay of 5, it will check that grant happens. These are the two building blocks. First is the Boolean expression and the sequence. The next thing is property. That is the third building block. The property consists of sequences, and as I said, it can consist of implication operator. There are some other things also which should be there in the property. The first thing is a clocking event or a clock. Why? Because concurrent assertion runs in temporal domain. It means it does have a relationship with time. How are you going to define that relationship? With the help of clock or the clocking event. Next, there might be some condition wherein you don't want to run a assertion, that is called as disable. Here, if you see, this is the disable condition. It means when this condition is present, my assertion will not execute. This is optional. If you don't have any disable condition, also it's fine. But the clock thing is mandatory. Usually, most of the times you will see we use the edge, clock edge, and mostly we use the pause edge of clock. In certain condition, you might need to use the negate of clock. We will see a lot of examples in the coming tutorial. For now, just remember that clocking event is very important for the property, and then it will consist of your sequences. If you see, this is the triggering condition of your sequence. When the transaction start is present, that time you are triggering your sequence grant check, and this is the operator called as implication operator, which says if this particular condition is present, transaction start, then you have to do this check. We are going to see implication operator in detail. For now, just remember this code means whenever transaction start is there, I am checking that this particular sequence grant check holds true. This is the third building block property, which consists of clock, your disable condition, and the sequence with the implication operator. Next will be the final building block, which is your actual assertion, which will consist of your property. So here, if you see, I have named my assert, I have given a name to my assert, and I am calling assert and giving the name of the property. What is my property? Grant follows request. This is the name of my property. So I am asserting this particular property. If it is passing, I have the pass section. I am displaying that grant follows request. If the assertion is failing, I am throwing an error that grant does not follow request. It's your wish if you want to give error or fatal, up to you, but you have to give some fail condition. Pass condition is not mandatory, but I advise you to give a fail condition, because if the assertion fails, you should know. This is very important. So I hope you have understood how to build a assertion from scratch. I tried to give an easy example and tried to explain you each and every line in easy language. There is a lot more to learn in assertion. If you are interested to add this skill set in your profile, which is really going to be a very good add on, assertions are picking up now, everyone wants to use it. You can stay tuned and subscribe to Sweetie Speaks official YouTube channel. I, Sweetie Pinjani, will see you soon with a lot of more technical content. Thank you.